In this video, I'm going to make 3 fall-themed cards using this digital kit by Traci Reed. I'm going to put a link to this kit below and this shop, which is called Sweet Shop, and it has a bunch of other designers that have other digital kits. I really like Traci Reed's style, so she's been my go-to lately, and she includes if you buy her stickers, she includes all of them individually, but then she also sets them up in a print sheet, so you can just print a bunch and then have your scan and cut them out, or you can fussy cut them. And I often just buy her sticker sheet and her individual paper pack, which you see here. Her papers are always super fun, and they print out great on my simple Hewlett Packard printer. I'm sure if you have a fancier printer, they would look even better. I just print them out on cardstock. And but this time I bought the whole pack because I really liked this kit. So let's get started on my cards. Alright, so I cut out a bunch of pieces. You can see here from the kit using my scan and cut. She is great. As I said, her files are pretty good. She has, especially when you get her stickers, she has cut files all ready to go, and you can just print them out and then use the scan and cut and then cut them out. So I have a bunch here because she has the sheets already set up. So instead of just picking the ones that I wanted, I just printed 2 of the sheets. So I picked out these for the first card, and I'm trying to decide if I want to ink the edges or not. Now this one, the edge looks inked. I don't know if you can see that. Because so that the scan and cut could see it, I darkened the lines with a pencil, and I didn't erase it yet because I wasn't going to spend the time to erase it if I was going to ink the edges. I don't know if I'm going to ink the edges or not. And then this is some paper. I printed a sheet of this, and I've printed a sheet of this one, and I printed a sheet of this one. And then I printed a sheet of another one, which we'll get to later, because then I used my Cricut to cut out a pumpkin shape in it. But that's another card that I had in mind. So this first card, now when I printed out the sheet, I did a half a sheet, because then I printed this on the other half, because I knew I just wanted to make the 2 cards. And it printed a little bit off, so I didn't have a full 4.5 or 4 1/4 by 5.5. So I had to cut an 1/8 of an inch, no, a 1/4 off each side. So now I'm going to put this eventually on a white card base with some white showing, which wasn't my original plan, but that's okay. We can make it work. Okay, so I have my card base. Let me get my bone folder and just smooth it out a little bit more. Okay. So let's put this on there first. I started buying digital kits because I was a digital scrapbooker. And then, so I have a very big collection of them. And I kind of got tired of always being on the computer. And there's something about, I mean, I do involve my computer still a lot, but there's something about doing it. Maybe I think I'm going to ink the edges. Hold that thought. But there's something about doing it by hand. And I work on the computer all day. So it's nice to get off the computer for a change. Oh no. Oh, I thought they were stuck. All right, so I'm using, I always use Vintage Photo for my inking edges, although I've been thinking of getting a walnut, words are hard, a walnut ink pad. I mean, I have a mini. I don't have a full size of that, but I'm thinking of getting that and seeing if that tone I like as well. Well, I use Vintage Photo and Black Soot, depending on the look I want to go. So I'm going to leave that over here because I think I'm going to ink some other edges. I think I like the idea of it because of it being fall themed. But anyway, so Traci Reed is one of my go-tos because I do really like her style. Her papers are super cute. I love plaids, and she always includes a plaid, almost always. Like that. And I'm just smoothing it down without getting the ink all over my hands. So I originally, like I had said earlier, I was going to have this go to the edge, but when I made the half sheet, it was over a little bit. So the other design that was here when I printed it, they weren't 100% even. So I had more of one and less of the other. So I just decided to do it that way. Now, the question is, do I put this strip, I should say, of paper to the edge, or do I also cut it? I think I'm going to cut it. So that means I have to take a 1/4 inch off of this. So I don't even have a super fancy printer. I have a Hewlett-Packard. I'm in the market to maybe, now that I've been getting into printing out digital kits more, I've been thinking about maybe it's time to get a fancier printer. I tried the Epson EcoTank and I didn't love it, but I don't think it was the highest end one. So I ended up returning it. I got it at Costco. It was on sale. I didn't like it. I might try Canon next. The reason I like the Hewlett-Packard is I'm in the ink club. So I can print out as many color prints as I want for the same monthly fee. And then they send me ink. And I have really liked that because I don't usually print more than my kit or my little membership. And when my kids need something for school, I'm not always like, oh, you can't use my printer. You know, why do you have to print that? I feel like I print more freely and I'm not constantly worried about how much anyone's using. So that's kind of why I like the Hewlett-Packard printer. And so far it prints pretty good. So I can't complain. It's the paper, really. I feel like you need good cardstock that prints well. And then it works out pretty good. All right, so I'm trying to line this up and see if I like the size of this paper strip or if I want to trim it just a little. So these are the flowers, but I think it's a little wide. I think I'm going to actually take a little off of it. Okay, so I trim that down and then I ink the edge of it again. And I am going to put it down, commit. Now, the reason why I find that I'm really enjoying these digital kits is because in the past, I have been known to not want to print or use something because I'm like, oh, the paper's so cute. I don't want to use it. I don't know. I know other people do it too, so I'm not the only one, but it is ridiculous. I mean, I bought it to use it, right? Yet, I don't know. I'm like kind of thinking like, oh, maybe something better will come along to use it for. It's ridiculous, but that's what I do. But when you use digital kits, you can just print out more. So that whole don't use it goes away. So I wanted to put a flower here and like here pop that one up. Let's put a little washi, keep this card closed. A lot of times I work on a card before it's on the base because it always flops open. But because I wanted to have the little white edge, and that was kind of an afterthought when I was thinking of this card. I wanted to see how it looked. Let me put some foam on this one. Pop it up. My trusty Dollar Tree foam squares. Cut it. Let's cut it in fours. Use my red scissors. Those are my adhesive sticker scissors. That way I don't gunk up my other scissors. And then when these get gross, I just throw them out. And I get another pair of red. Also from the Dollar Tree. Sometimes I will get 2 pairs of red ones, just in case the next time I need them, they don't have the color red. So I will sometimes buy 2, just to play it safe. And then one more. I keep my adhesive in this little container that I also got at the Dollar Tree. All right, let's ink the edges. I'm going to use the smaller ink dabber. Ink it up so I can get in the edges. Okay. That's gonna go like that, sort of in the center. All right, I had to pause the video for barking dogs, and I could not find the little sentiment that I made on the computer and print it out. I think I'm going to pop this up as well. So that is going to be kind of like there. So I'm going to put that under. No, I'm going to put the blue up here and the pink there, because this is going to go like that maybe. Let me get my placement figured out. All right, I was messing around with them and I decided that I knew I want this one in the center, so I'm actually going to commit to this one and peel the backs off and stick this one down because it keeps moving and it's frustrating me, and I know I want this one to be there. So to put it in the center, I like to hold it up a little and eyeball it. There. Okay. Now I can start placing flowers and leaves, and that won't move. All right, let me play around with it. Okay, I'm happy with that placement. I moved all the others to the side, and now I am going to glue it down. So I tried to balance it with these green and then these, so the blues down here and the pinks up here to kind of counteract those colors, to kind of make a balanced color kind of story. So that was sort of my plan on when I was laying these out. So now the tricky part is to glue it down in the spot that I'm happy with. Hey, if you like my content, please like and subscribe so you can get more crafty fun.
And the last thing is the sentiment. And then this card will be done. Now this sentiment I made, I color picked the blue that I wanted out of the kit and made a little rectangle the size that I wanted, and then just wrote happy birthday in a cute font. And then that way it matches the rest of the kit. All right, card 1 is done. Cute. I really like that card. It doesn't look very fall to me, though. But this was a fall kit. It looks more spring colors. Oh, I gotta cut that edge off. There we go. It's cute. But it kind of says spring to me. It's kind of funny. All right, next card. I printed out, like I said earlier, a sheet of this paper. And I'm going to put that on a card base. I'm going to ink the edges of this one. Okay. Tape runner. Alright, so let's eyeball it. I have tried to use a ruler to get it straight and even, and I almost always do it wrong. So I find that eyeballing it seems to work out better for me. Yeah. So then I thought, I don't know, I was into the strips when I was thinking about these cards. So this one's going to come together a little faster than the last card. And then this really pretty yellow, which I printed from the kit. So she has solids, and then, which I think they pretty much all do on that site. They have solids and then a pattern. All right, so we're going to put, now this one I think I'm going to go off the edge to make it a little different than the last one. If I put that there, yeah, that's a good spot. All right. Some tape runner, which I am running out of. But as everything that, even the price of that has gone up. The refills have gone up for that. Okay, and then the yellow. I think I'm going to overlap it a little, actually. Is it straight? It's straight. It's straight enough. Now I pulled some, so again, I made with the same blue a little sentiment that I'm going to also put some foam on. Now these are the ones I don't like, but I want to use them up. So I'm going to use them on here because they're the right size. They're actually high too. I find that they stand up kind of high. She also has in the kit this in a bunch of different colors, and I thought that that was kind of a cute base for the sunflowers. So I printed that out, and I could never cut this in a circle. It'd be chewed on. So I used my Scan and Cut to cut that. I guess you could probably print it out in the size of hole punches that you have. I've done that too. So I'm putting him here, and then this one here, right? And then this is gonna go here. But I want to add some of all of this that I had printed out. I want to see if any of these work, like maybe even these. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm happy kind of with this layout. Move it down a little bit. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the other card. I'm going to only glue down part of this circle so that I can tuck under. That. And put it there. Okay. And then this flower goes down. And then I'm going to pop this one up. My cats are lurking about. I am waiting for a desk invasion from them. Okay, I'm going to put that there. All right. And now these little pieces that I pulled out that I want to tuck underneath. So I think I'm going to go with the green first, and I'm only going to put a little here, and then I will, when I'm done, I will glue some more. And this one, like that. And then this, like that. And then get a little brown back. I'm going to put that there. Okay. So now I add a little more glue to make sure that it is down. I glued that one. And then this needs a little more. And did I glue that one down good? Yeah, I did. A little bit more. A little bit more. Okay. This looks crooked. There we go. All right. Card number 2. Done. Okay, this next card, I did a little bit more. I made a quick pumpkin shape in Cricut. Well, the first thing I did was I printed out that paper again, but I scaled it down, so it's a lot smaller than it was on the first card that I made. And I printed it out and then made the shape and cut it out with my Cricut. So I printed this one and then printed out these pieces to go over the top. There's going to be a little bit of missing pieces so that this orange comes through. This was not from this kit. I probably could have printed because there is a paper that color, but I ended up just printing some cardstock that I had that was orange, darker orange, and then this is from, that's that same navy that I've been using, and this is going to be my card base. So the first thing I'm going to do is make my pumpkin, goes that way, and I am going to ink the edges so that it helps with the shadow effect that I was going for. Now I have to make sure that, oh, got some these on there, that I pick the right pieces that match up. Like that one matches, I think. Yeah, that one matches there. So let's lay this out. That matches there. And then it's like a puzzle. This matches there. And then this matches there. And this matches there. Okay, let me move that up just like that so I don't mess it up. And I'm going to glue this one on first. Drop and pin. Oh, and it goes this way. See, I almost glued it upside down. Okay. Then the next one. Give this a good inking. Okay, a little glue. It is not upside down. So they kind of, these pieces touch a little bit at the top and the bottom. And then I like cut out a little piece. That's the little slit that I cut out. Okay, and then this piece. Don't want to put it upside down. Well, I guess you couldn't put this one upside down. Well, no, I guess you could, right? No. So it'll go the other way. Okay. So fun fact, I did do it upside down. But, you know, this paper is very forgiving. You can't totally tell. So I'm going to go with it. It's fine. It's fine. It'll still look good. It's fine. Gotta love these mistakes. I tried so hard not to do it upside down, and I did it anyway. Go figure. Should I, when I give this to someone, say, hey, by the way, can you tell that my paper's upside down? Fun fact, your card is upside down. Unless they watch this video, I doubt they'll know. But I was consistent. These two match up. So these match up and these match up. So, you know, at least there's that. Pumpkin now needs a top, which I have here. Now, I made this pumpkin in Illustrator because that's my go-to program for graphic design, so I'm really comfortable in it. But you could, there, Cricut and probably the other cutting programs, cutting machines, have tons of basic shapes, like this kind of pumpkin that you could probably slice off these little extra pieces and make something like this. I am surprised at how many shapes they have. They have added also to what they had before and what they have now. Like, they are constantly adding. There are some really cute stuff that's available in Design Space now. Okay, pumpkin is done. So I'm gonna pop up the pumpkin. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna use these. Now, I don't want to get them too close to the edge because I want to stick some flowers underneath. Okay, that should do it. So I'm going to take my backs off. I have been getting more and more back into the digital collections, but instead of doing it on the computer, printing them, because like I said earlier, I don't go, oh, I can't use this paper because I might use it for something else, or oh, can't use this flower because I might like it somewhere else. Now I just use it. And the other thing is, and then you can just print it again and print it again and print it again. And with the price of everything, oh no, with the price of everything, I just feel like it may be more, especially if you really like the kit and you know you're going to use it a bunch of times. And I scrapbook and make cards. I feel like it's pretty money saving way to do it. Okay, now I have this, which I want to put here. I'm only going to put piece here, which I will put this piece and glue it. This one I also made and cut out. When I thought of this card, I thought of the Hello Pumpkin. And so I made it myself. Okay, so these I printed out. These are much smaller scale. I pictured this having much smaller leaves coming out from behind the pumpkin. So I printed these out and also use these. I used my Cricut to cut them out with print and cut. And they're a lot smaller than the original. So like here's the brown one, and then I printed it out that size. And that's the other reason why I really like digital, because now I can print them out any size I want to. So let's see, I'm gonna arrange them. An orange one here. Just looking through to see if there's any green ones that I like the size. Yeah, see, there's the original, here's what I did, but I think I like this one to be a little bit bigger. Nope, 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 nope. Smaller. Yeah, I like that much better. I think I'm gonna leave the brown one out for now. I want to do the same amount of colors. So like this one, let's start over. This one and this one. Blue and blue. Oh, I have this blue. Let's do that. Green. Green. This color. And then this color, like that. Yeah, I kind of like that. All right, let me glue these down and I'll be right back. Okay, I have my pieces glued down, but I decided all three of these cards need some bling. So I got my sequins out. My sequins here. Let's see what I have that I like in these colors. This one I'm gonna do, I think, orange. Let me move these over and work. Okay, I think the sequins look good there. So now I'm gonna glue them down. Okay, cute. All right, the next one. Do we want blue or do we want yellow? Ooh, I think I like, let's glue those down. Fun. Yay, a little shine. All right, now this one. Do I do blue or yellow or orange? Let's put blue down first and see what we think. All right, I like the yellow. Yellow it is. Now, two more. Okay, so I went with this because when I was using these gold ones, I came across in the container with the gold ones, these like navy iridescent ones. I don't know where they're from. There was only two of them. So I decided to use them on this card because I really liked the blue. It kind of matched Did I do this one? It kind of matched the cardstock. So that's what I'm going to go with. So there they are. My 3 fall inspired-ish. This one still looks spring to me. But I used the same kit, which is a sort of, I guess, fall. I mean, it's, if you look at all the pieces to it, it is fall. But maybe I'm not quite ready for fall yet. And I gravitated towards more of a spring, summery look. Not on purpose. But I think that these are really cute cards. And I'm excited to be able to give them to someone. Okay, well, I highly recommend getting a digital kit. Just get one. Print it out on your printer. See what you think. They're super fun to play with. You can make them, these elements, bigger, smaller. Print them out multiple times. They're a really good bang for your buck, I think. And I don't have a very expensive printer, and I think that they do a good job. It's the paper, and I use Hammermill cardstock, and I think that it works really good. And on my printer setting, I print specialty paper matte, and I think that it comes out pretty good. And I have tested it because I have bought, so Simple Stories and Echo Park both have, you know, obviously where you buy the kit that's already done for you, but you can also buy them digitally. And I've printed them out and put them next to each other. And although the colors are a little different because every printer is different, the quality doesn't look that much different. So that's what the first thing that I did before I started printing out kits. And I was really happy with it. So I think this may be a big step for me with this economy and how I'm going to deal with buying scrap supplies going forward. I'll always buy physical paper and kits because I can't help myself. But I think that it's going to slow down a lot with the digital kits. There's a bunch of different designers that are really great on that shop, on the Sweet Shop. So check it out. I look forward to playing with some more. Maybe I'm going to scrapbook with this kit next.
Thanks so much for watching. Have a crafty day.